Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down the 40 most played country records in the USA as compiled by MediaBase for the week ending March 21st, 2026. Before I get started with this week's biggest hits, let's look back at last week's top three. Number three was Time's Tickin' by Justin Moore. Number two was Amen by Shaboozey and Jelly Roll. And the number one song last week was Choosing Texas by Ella Langley. Now will Ella choose number one again this week? Let's find out. Here's the first of the 40 biggest hits for the second week in a row at number 40, Stephen Wilson Jr. with Gary. At number 39 again this week, here's Graylin James with Water at a Wedding. Holding at number 38, the first hit for Alexander Kay, called Straight for the Heart. At number 37 again this week, it's Shane Prophet with Long Live Country. At number 36 again, here's Kelsey Hart with Fireworks. Holding at number 35, here's John Party with Boots Off. Holding steady at number 34, Dustin Lynch with Easy to Love. At number 33 and holding, it's Lauren Elena and Chase Matthew called All My Exes. We have one debut on the chart this week, and it rolls in all the way up at number 32. It's the follow-up to his recent number one hit. Alright, here's Jason Aldean with Don't Tell on Me. With that one debut, we say goodbye to One Dropper, and that's A Song to Sing by Miranda Lambert and Chris Stapleton. On with the countdown for another week at number 31, Gavin Adcock with Never Call Again. Just their fourth week on the chart, they climbed two to number 30, George Burge and Luke Bryan with Ride, Ride, Ride. At number 29, holding, here's John Morgan with Kid Myself. Holding steady at number 28, Nate Smith and Tyler Hubbard called After Midnight. Up three spots to number 27, Zach Top with South of Sanity. At number 26, holding steady, here's Low Cash and Wrong Hearts. At number 25 again this week, Kelsey Ballerini in Baggage. Up three spots to number 24, it's Hardy and Company with MacArthur. At number 23 and holding, Old Dominion with Making Good Time. At number 22 and holding, Bailey Zimmerman with Chevy Silverado. Up three spots to number 21, Josh Ross with Hate How You Look. In his 36th week on the chart, he's up one to number 20, Chris Young with Till the Last One Dies. Holding at number 19, Corey Kemp and Cole Wetzel with Rocky Mountain Low. Holding steady at number 18 is Megan Maroney with Beautiful Things. Holding at number 17, Vincent Mason with Wish You Well. Holding at number 16, it's Morgan Wallen and Post Malone, I Ain't Coming Back. Holding at number 15 is Chris Jansen with Me and a Beer. Slipping back one to number 14, Riley Green with Change My Mind. Up one this week to number 13, Tucker Wetmore with Brunette. Holding steady at number 12, Jordan Davis with Turn This Truck Around. And at number 11 again this week, it's Ty Myers with Ends of the Earth. Right from his high point at number 6 last week, he's down four spots to number 10, Max McDowell with Better Me For You. Down four spots from number 5 to number 9 is Morgan Wallen's former number one hit called 20 Cigarettes. Inching up one to number 8 is Cody Johnson with The Fall. At number 7, up three spots from number 10 to number 7, it's Luke Combs with Sleepless in a Hotel Room. Up two spots to number 6, Dylan Scott with What He'll Never Have. At number 5, up two spots, Luke Combs with Days Like These. At number 4, holding steady, Thomas Rhett and Jordan Davis with Ain't a Bad Life. And at number 3 again this week, it's Justin Moore with Time's Tickin'. The number 2 song in the nation again this week is Shaboozey and Jelly Roll with Amen. And the number 1 song in country music for the second week in a row belongs to Ella Langley and her fourth number 1 country hit called Choosing Texas. That is our countdown of the 40 most played country hits in the USA. I'm Chris. See you next week, everybody. Thanks for listening.